Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to Sexy Comic Reviews with the real Manos. Now, I've gotten quite a few comments here and there over the last, I don't know, year or so from some subscribers and some friends that they don't understand why I don't have more subscribers, so I thought maybe every so often maybe I'll do something to really boost the ratings, although I don't really give a shit, but I'm gonna boost the ratings. I thought I'd try something first. I thought maybe, you know, James the video game nerd has a catchy, kooky theme song. Maybe I should do something like that. So I'm going to try it out on you. The real Manos. Alright, now let's get going with comic reviews. I have issue 16 of Dick Grayson and Damian. I almost said it. Oh, just close. Because Bruce Wayne, the motherfucking Batman, is real back. And, let's see, this is, of course, Grant Morrison and a couple different artists. We got, who is in this thing here? We got, Grant, Jesus Christ. We got Cameron Stewart, Chris Burnham, Fraser Irving. And, let's see, there's a little nod to a Batman story from the early 90s. Called Dark Knight, Dark City, and that has a little connection to what's going on here. It's really interesting what Morrison is doing. He's been cherry-picking almost a lot of Batman's past, from the goofy shit in the 50s to some of the cool stuff, and you know, the Denny O'Neil stuff, you know, Son of the Demon, all sorts of stuff. So I mean, it's been really, it's been an eclectic run, to say the least. Well. Dr. Hurt is not Bruce Wayne's dad. Who is he? I won't really give that away too much. But excellent fight scenes. I particularly like Damian shooting the bow and arrow here and there, and especially into that guy's tank, making his tank explode all over him. Kooky fun. Let's see. Then we got the big face-off to save with Dr. Hurt to save Alfred, and then Dr. Hurt gets away and thinks, oh thank God, I got away. Oh, by the way. Dick Grayson and Damian take on Professor Pig. Anyway, and then Dr. Hurt runs into the Joker. Lovely work of the Joker, and I tend to think that probably Morrison's the best Joker writer. I just love what he does with that character. He is seriously unpredictable when Morrison is working with him. I enjoyed this quite a bit. Also, I do have to say, the ending is quite abrupt. I mean, it's the setup for, I guess, the new status quo for the time being with the Batman Incorporated stuff. It is like that. It's like, okay, 8 years, 56 issues to get to this, and it was like, oh, okay, let's go on right now. I mean, his pacing is so fast-paced sometimes, it's so hard to keep up. I mean, he's easily the anti-Brian Michael Bendis. I mean, these guys are both on different sides of the universe as far as pacing is concerned. There's something Bruce Wayne does at the end, which I actually question. I think it's not the smartest thing he's ever done. That's for you to judge. It's kind of neat, but it's like, wow, that's a big target you're putting around yourself. I don't know if that's smart. Oh well. It's comic book, so people can't figure out Clark Kent, Superman, so, you know, let's just go with that, I guess. This is 5 RAM chips, and unfortunately, I think it's my last issue. Bruce Wayne is going to be Batman in The Dark Knight and Batman Incorporated, while Dick Grayson is still continuing with Batman Detective Comics and Dick Grayson and Damian. So, well, nice run, but fuck it, I'm gone. Loved it. 5 RAM chips. And meanwhile, Dick Grayson is still being the Dick Knight over here in Detective Comics. I'm an issue behind. 870 just came out this past week. I just picked up 869. This is by David Hine and Scott McDaniel, cruising around in the 2000s Batmobile, which I really like. That's one of my favorite Batmobiles. I think Scott McDaniel designed it, actually. We still got kooky fun going on with the Jokers and the Batman imposters. No, not Dick Grayson. The other Batman imposters. And there's another villain named after a public domain character. Here's Dr. Calgary, and he's working with the fake Joker, who is obviously this guy who's a victim of the Joker in the past. It's a cool story, although, you know what, I'm kind of sensing what's going to happen in the third act. I don't know. It would be great if David Hein pulls something out of his ass that I just didn't see coming. But I do think it's predictable. But here's the thing. I almost don't care. It's kind of fun watching these forces battle each other, and also Scott McDaniel's terrific art. I'm always a big fan of Scott McDaniel's art. I'm going to give this fairly strong 4 Ram chips. Meanwhile, in Zatanna, Paul Dini, and who's drawing this today? Jesus Cezaz, or Jesus, to his friends. And we got the rest of the storyline in Vegas, where this casino owner who's apparently been in cahoots with a devil, not the devil, I mean, come on. But he's been selling souls of his brides for him for years for power and stuff like that. And now he has his eye on selling him Zatanna. Well, that doesn't go too well for the casino owner. And she makes short work of both of them quite a bit. Also, there's a really touching bit with her and Zachary, her cousin, her teenage, almost sidekick or something like that. I never really cared for this character. I always thought he was kind of like just a creation, like, well, we need a kind of teenage Zatanna, let's make this dude. But the relationship, I think, is fairly well established in this storyline. I really did like it. I'm going to give this 5 Ram chips. Pretty good. Now, let's go to Action Comics. I've been looking forward to this ever since I heard about Death. Neil Gaiman's Death is appearing in Action Comics. Last issue, Luthor, who's looking for, I guess, I'm trying to catch up, the power of the Black Lantern rings. And he fights, not fights, he's doing battle with Gorilla Grodd, who shoots him and he falls out of a helicopter. And by the way, we have Gorilla Grodd and Death appearing in the same issue. That seemed to make, that makes me laugh. But anyway, this issue is a conversation between Lex Luthor and Death. And it's hilarious. It's very well written. It's Paul Cornell and Pete Woods doing the art. Now, there's been discussion if Neil Gaiman wrote Death's dialogue or not. I'm not sure if that's true or not. If not, very good work. I don't think so. I don't know. But who cares? There's some really nice bits here. I like her looking at his life and saying, oh, that's a lot of people hating each other and a lot of people being clever. Also, there's been some things I've been wondering. Knowing that she's the Death of the DC Universe, I've been wondering for quite a while what she thought of not only the Blackest Night shit, but also the shit with heroes and villains coming back from the dead, and sometimes not even heroes and villains. You don't always have to wear spandex to come back from the dead in the DC Universe. And her responses to this actually make sense, and oh, I'm satisfied. It's a great issue. I highly recommend it. I think Action Comics is a pretty good book right now. Sandman fans, even if Neil Gaiman had nothing really directly to do with this, Neil Gaiman fans should check it out. Death fans should check it out. If you haven't been reading Action Comics, might not be a bad time to jump back on this series. This is easily 5 Ram chips. I think best book of the week. iZombie over here at DC Vertigo. This is issue 7. And this is, as usual, Chris Robinson and Mike Allred. First off, I'm going to say how beautiful this cover is. I think this is my favorite cover of the week. I was kind of knocked out by this cover, frankly. Mike Allred's covers are usually beautiful, but this one just really kind of stuck out to me. It's beginning a whole new story arc, so if you're kind of loosely interested in this series, here you go, issue 7, jump on. It's called You Vampire, which, funny, because I'm a zombie. Anyway, it's loosely starting, kind of doing a little more get-to-know-you stuff with the characters, and a little background on Gwen's life, and the mysterious, let's see, what is this guy again? He's a mummy, right, or something? I forgot what he was. Yeah. And you're talking to the ghost. And, let's see, the vampire killers, and I guess from the title we'll be seeing more of the vampires take part in this storyline. But at the end, see, Gwen hasn't eaten a brain for like a month. She hasn't just had a chance. People have been stealing bodies from the grave, so she hasn't been able to eat any fresh brains. So she's getting worried. She might be becoming really zombified very soon. Until she gets a chance to eat one brain, which seems to her horrifyingly familiar. I don't want to say who, just in case you might actually read this. But I have a really big feeling who it might be. So, wow, this might be a pretty interesting story. This is 5 RAM chips. Now, off to Secret Avengers. This is Brubaker and Diodato. Quick explanation, it's the beginning of a new story arc with Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. I wonder if he introduces himself like that. Does he just say, oh, I'm Shang-Chi? Or does he also say, I'm Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu? I don't know. But I would. If that was my title, I'd be always going, hey, I'm Justin Cristelli, Master of Kung Fu. How you doing? The bathrooms are over this way. Now, somebody's trying to resurrect somebody, and they're not liking it, so they're going to do what they can to stop them. That's as much as I'll say about it. Art's really nice from Diodato, very detailed. I think he may have had a month off or something like that. It looks really good. And Brubaker is, as always, doing some tight work. I liked it a lot. This is a strong 4 RAM chip. I do say maybe one. Actually, there's a lot of new story arcs going on here. I like it a lot. 4 RAM chips, and I think that's going to do it for now. And I'm going to play us out with a little tune. My grandpappy used to sing to me every time he'd go to the woodshed and, you know, trap some beavers and you know, he killed them in front of me, and it wasn't really, you know, I should have told him I didn't really like seeing that. It was horrible. But anyway, let's see, what's, just play us out. Xanadu.